first, it's time for former editor of The Sun, Kelvin Mackenzie. And Channel 4, you've probably seen this, they're facing accusations of political bias tonight after announcing their lineup for their general election coverage, whenever that may be, sometime later this year. Hosted by the supposedly impartial Christian guru Murthy, famous for calling Tory MP Steve Baker the C-word. The team will include Channel 4 presenter Cathy Newman, host of Global's newsagents podcast Emily Maitlis, Tony Blair's former spin doctor Alistair Campbell, and BBC stalwart Claire Balding, and Tory wet Rory Stewart. Evening, Kelvin. Thanks for joining us. Look, first of all, how on earth is any of this in any way impartial? We've had Christian guru Murthy and his incident with Steve Baker, calling him a C-word. Emily Maitlis finally came out the closet and has joined the newsagents, where she can just let rip at the Tories and the government, as she's probably wanted to do for many years while she was at the BBC. Then you've got the likes of Alistair Campbell.
Didn't stop her marrying a bloke from private equity, did it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when given the choice, you know, you can either marry the skint and the dim, or you could marry somebody with a load of money. Look, Channel 4 have been an absolute disaster. I have been in favour of flogging Channel 4 now for 20-odd years. It used to be worth a couple of billion. Then it became worth $1 billion. Then it worth $500 million. And now it's worth about $100 million if anybody would pay it.
So why didn't Nadine Dorries do it a few years back when she had the chance?
I have no idea. I don't know what's wrong with politicians. It's just like anything else. Why don't you just flog it? The idea that Alistair Campbell is going to kind of join in on this. Alistair Campbell, you know, we have the sexed up dossier. The great thing about going on any panel show with Campbell is, I ate this, I ate that, and then all you have to say is sexed up dossier, and boom, he goes to water. So it's what they're probably pretty pleased that we're even discussing it, because nobody discusses any output now from Channel 4.
Well, Jacob Rees-Mogg said nobody's going to watch it, so it doesn't matter. But all this furore and so it'd probably be helpful. But to be honest with you, I'm so fearful about what the result is. I do not intend to stay up to listen that Sunderland South has now got a majority of 28 million. I am going to bed and pull the pillow over my head and wake up the following morning and work out who I'm going to meet down at Terminal 5 and get the hell out of the bloody country. The idea of 5 years of people saying to you, we don't like to put up taxes, but we're going to. Oh, by the way, your house has gone up in price. We're going to tax that. We're going to stick council tax through the roof. Anybody who has made anything of themselves or want their kids to make anything of themselves are going to be destroyed by these collection of oddballs. We just heard with our previous Labour guest, James Mathieson, he said the quiet part out loud. He said, we should cherish the fact that migrants are flooding across the channel.
I totally agree. I agree with Sir Philip Davis. He said, right, so what we should do is put out that particular clip and say, this is Labour. This is going to be Labour policy. They haven't got a policy. They don't like Rwanda. They don't like this. They don't like that. What they do like, they like tens of hundreds of millions coming into our country because they know that there'll be socialists. Why? Because they give them better benefits.
Do you know what's going to be interesting? If and when Labour do have a rout on election night, how they're going to behave, the Channel 4 election team. Are they going to, a true test of their impartiality then? I need to read this quick statement from Channel 4. They said, we are delighted, at least someone is, to bring together such a stellar lineup of some of the country's leading political presenters and commentators, ensuring Channel 4 is going to be the go-to destination for first-class analysis on election night. An array of frontline politicians and commentators from across the political spectrum will join the team throughout the coverage to provide insight and audience in the studio.
Do you know what? I salute GB News for publishing that nonsense.
Can you imagine if we did that?
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine?
You won't get a line on Channel 4. I wouldn't give them house room. And anyway, the truth about the matter is nobody watches them because they don't make anything worthwhile.
The programme will be duly impartial, and like Channel 4's coverage over numerous elections, will comply with Ofcom broadcasting code.
Come on, impartial. You can see there'll be whistling gypsy tunes from about bloody 12:05 all night.
OK, right, let's move on very quickly. We've got about a minute left. So ahead of St George's Day tomorrow, new polling's revealed 1 in 8 Labour voters and 1 in 12 Lib Dems think the St George's flag is racist.
Yeah, right. Well, the reason that they say that, of course, is I think in the light of the Gazan war, right, and with the leftists hate this country anyway. With Gaza, I suspect that there are a number of people in this country who would prefer the Palestinian flag to be flying rather than the St George's flag.
Well, you can imagine it's probably more than 1 in 8. would prefer the Palestinian flag.
I absolutely agree with that. It's a great sadness to the country, and as we well know, Emily Thornberry lost her job. By the way, she's back in the cabinet again. So she was fired for about 10 seconds, and then Labour said, actually, we really agree with you. Anybody who's got a flag flying outside their house, actually, we don't like them either.
Yeah, a really snidey comment, which she paid the price for. But as you said, she's back in the cabinet. And also, Sir Keir Starmer, he spent years trying to cosy back up to the EU. So if that's patriotic, then I don't know what is. Also, I don't know why the English should be ashamed of their flag. Everyone else is allowed.
No, I do. I agree. The Scots and the Welsh, I admire them for that. They love their flag. I wish we did.
OK, right. Kelvin Mackenzie, Fleet Street legend, thanks very much.